Hi Sagittarius, I hope that everybody's doing well. Before we get into it, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. Who started off with this card? Capricorn. Capricorn started off with the world too. It looks like you completed a cycle and you're starting something new now. It looks like immediately you're starting from a place of balance, maybe something that you had worked to achieve. Like for some of you, maybe you weren't being compensated before for what you were doing, or like energetically you felt like there was a lack of balance there, and now you feel like the place that you've gotten to and what you've worked towards, there's a sense of equality. Maybe you also feel like you're in a better place to be sharing your energy. Yeah, it seems like something in the past wasn't working out for you and you moved away from it. It wasn't fulfilling in the way that you hoped for it to be, and now you're starting something new, some new venture that you're exploring. Yeah, before whatever you were doing, you could have been feeling like there was a lack of compensation for what you were doing, maybe even appreciation. And there was a sense of like that not being enough for you. So I'm seeing you choosing to do something else. So I don't know if you're leaving what you were doing before completely, or you're just like having something on the side that you're working on. That's what it looks like to me, Sad. Something else that you're doing here. Looks like you're thinking really hard about something too. There's a lot of, I'm looking at the Hermit and I'm looking at Judgment here. This is like thinking really deeply about something, trying to analyze something, trying to figure it out. Self-reflection. Seems like something's being resolved. About a relationship. I'm looking at the Lovers here. Somebody you're involved with here. An opportunity. You may not have anything right now going on with this person, but you're thinking about it. Thinking hard about this. I'm seeing this not really be something on a whim. Like this is something that you're very much considering and thinking it over. Like rolling it around in your head. About an opportunity with this person. There's a notion of you being alone and thinking about this other person. Like I'm not seeing active interaction yet. What I'm seeing is like you by yourself really thinking about something here, really considering something and maybe wanting to understand it from all angles to make the best choice for yourself. Maybe even before you get involved with someone too. In the past, you may not have taken this time to reflect, and you feel like this is bringing something different to you. Like maybe a different perspective in general, or it's providing you with more clarity than if you had just jumped into something without fully considering everything. So you're going through changes because of the decision to be more introspective, maybe interacting with those around you less than you're used to. Because you're really thinking about what you want here. About what type of dynamic you're looking for those of you that this is a job. This can be like, how do I want to be compensated? How much energy do I want to put into this? For those of you that this is about a relationship, it's like, what am I expecting from a relationship? What do I expect from a partner? What am I willing to give to the relationship? Where are my boundaries? This feels more so about the interaction that's being thought about between you and this person, or like a potential partner. Think about what you wish for, what you're looking for, and there's a sense of going out and getting that. It kind of seems too like after you've had this time to think, and I'm also hearing decide, there's a sense of you being like, okay, I'm gonna pack up my bags and go look for this thing now. Because you've had time to think about it. It kind of feels like sketching something out, or like a vision board of what this is that you're looking for. It can even be a person. And then there's a sense of being like, okay, I have like a main idea of what characteristics I'm looking for, or like what focuses I want on the relationship, or what's important to me. And there's a sense of, because you have that idea, going out to find exactly what you're looking for. And for a lot of you, I'm seeing that this has to do with a partnership. I'm seeing another person involved here. But for some of you, this may not be someone that's materialized yet. This may be someone that you are either discovering, somebody that you have not met yet but you're looking for, or somebody that you may potentially be pursuing. I'm seeing there's a sense of anxiety or like overthinking that's tied into your connection with this person or potential person. And about starting something new with them. So I don't know if you are thinking about extending an offer to somebody or waiting for an opportunity with them, but there is a sense of anxiety about starting something with this person. You feel intimidated by them. Sagittarius, intimidated. I don't know. Yeah, maybe you just feel like they're really ideal to you. Like maybe you find them really appealing, attractive, and this kind of throws you off a little bit. Honestly, though, it looks like you're in your element with this person, so... But maybe the overthinking is, like, natural. Like, maybe it's just the jittery feeling of something being new. And that excitement, rather than it being, like, so much in your head about this. Because I kind of am seeing this be about excitement. It's like something that you wish for coming through. Like, I'm seeing someone that's very ideal. Someone that you definitely, like, feel very, very attracted to. There's, like, something within the essence of this person that you find extremely appealing. Yeah, you may feel like it's quite an intense attraction. Interesting. I'm looking at Saturn, I'm looking at Virgo, Pluto, Gemini, Scorpio. Definitely a lot of passionate feelings towards this person. I'm looking at a line of wands here, and now I'm looking at two more. Feeling conflicted, feeling stressed out. But finding your way through all of this. It just feels like a lot is going on in your head, and there are a lot of, like, maybe feelings or thoughts that are attached to this as well. It seems too like all of these feelings are centered around this person. Maybe this person has a lot going for them, so maybe that's also why. It's like you not only see this person as attractive, you also perceive, remember energies can always be reversed, you also perceive this person as being like, for some of you, this person seems even all-knowing. Like, I'm looking at the High Priestess, I'm seeing someone grounded, I'm seeing someone that has a lot of information, but someone that kind of keeps more so to themselves. And it's like, there's a sense of like this person being very poised even. It's like, this is not a generic person, and maybe that's also where all of these feelings are coming from. It's like trying to figure out the right way to approach them. You don't know what they know, wondering about what they know. It's like maybe intuitively you're also having a hard time because emotionally you're feeling stressed out too. And like you're exerting so much energy trying to like manage your emotions that it's hard to intuitively pick up on what you're feeling. Although I am seeing this like be part of the process and you being towards the end of this. It kind of reminds me too, like, when we first get introduced to something or like a new topic or something that you feel really inspired by and something you feel excited to learn about, you have all of those feelings of like motivation and inspiration and all of that. It kind of feels like whenever like this person or this job or whatever this is that you're that is the subject of this for you, it feels like when you first come into contact with it or them, there's a sense of like all of those feelings that are like the beginning of everything kind of bubbling to the surface. And I'm seeing it's something that like as long as you're managing it, it's going to get to a place where it doesn't feel so intense. But right now I am definitely picking up on feelings that are extremely intense. But there's also a sense of excitement in that. Like, I'm not seeing anything that you can't handle. I'm seeing that we are getting to a point where a decision is going to need to be made as well, though. So it feels like we're leading up to something now. I'm looking at the Two of Wands in relation to how you're feeling. Interesting. I'm looking at counterpart energy here. I'm looking at the King and the Queen of Cups. You may feel like you're held up a little bit right now. It's like intuitively you're trying to figure out, maybe intuitively you know something, but it may be different from impulsively what you want to do, and that's kind of why you're at a standstill. It's like maybe even like two different like types of messages coming through for you. And one of them is like your higher sense of knowing, and the other one may be more like earthly related. It's like they're coming through on two different planes. And you may be feeling stuck and you don't know which of those you want to go with. And like that may be bringing up some turmoil emotionally for you. So there's the dance that's being done right now when it comes to how you're managing your emotions and also how you're feeling everything. It seems too like you've been quite patient as well, and maybe more patience even is needed. I'm seeing something about a potential get-together / reunion that you may be waiting on. I'm just looking at the moon in this spread. Now I'm looking at the Magician. What helps you stepping into the position of being a manifester? We're looking at Mercury energy. Mercury is about communication. It feels like you helping yourself here with the Page of Pentacles. I'm seeing a message being sent. So especially to see this with Mercury too, like you may feel like it's come time for you to step up and say something now. Because it seems like a message being sent, something being communicated is what's going to help this situation. It feels too like it's time to actively create what it is that you're trying to create, like to take action in some type of way, and to do it with your feeling and your emotion behind it as well. I'm seeing the golden ratio in one of the cards. That may hold significance to you. Yeah, it definitely some type of conversation, something that needs to be brought to light. You reaching out to this person or initiating something with them, sending that message. It seems too like you going ahead and taking action regardless of how things turn out. It seems like it's something that's going to reinforce your belief in you being able to accomplish things and get things done. Because you never know how things are going to land or how they're going to translate, and so there's only so much that you're in control of. But this feels very much like something you're learning when it comes to how you can be effective even if you can't control the outcome of things. So it's about like you believing in yourself, you taking action, you getting things done, and doing so with the wisdom that you have as well. Let's get one more. I'm looking at 3 major arcanas in a row. I'm looking at, I'm seeing Mercury, I'm seeing Cancer, Neptune, and the Sun here. So this is Pisces and Leo energy. So it looks like you're successfully manifesting something. What helped you was taking time to see your situation from all angles and to really sit with yourself until you felt like you had the complete idea or understood something more completely to reach like a more full understanding. And then I'm seeing a message coming through or being sent. I'm seeing a lot of radiant energy in relation to like what is being sent out or received here with this message. I'm also hearing the word radial. Is this somebody you know? With the Six of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Something about like someone you have history with is also tied into this as well, or like this is something that you're moving on from in order to pursue something new. Remember too, Mercury is in retrograde, and so this is a time as well where you may be experiencing returns or having thoughts about like reaching out to people or wanting to tie loose ends or like find closure, things like that. If like you may be receiving an apology or sending an apology, it's like these types of things that happen in relation to the communication during Mercury retrograde. Also, during Mercury retrograde, weird things go on with technology. They can. with vehicles, when you're traveling, usually you're daily traveling, like sometimes things can get thrown off. Sometimes also, like, you want to be really careful with how you're communicating too, because it's a time when things can be more easily misconceived. And so you want to make sure that you're rereading things before you send it, or like make sure that you're rereading text messages and communication, or whatever it is that you're receiving, to make sure that you're understanding things fully as well, because sometimes you may miss some stuff, or you may recognize that there was some type of error, or yeah, again, something that you may have missed that you're going to be happy that you looked back in on and double checked. So yeah, maybe a specific message for someone, but yeah, general Mercury retrograde things. Well, my friends, we are going to end it here. I would like to thank everybody very much for tuning in. Thank you for connecting within this space. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.